Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How are we doing today? We're going to go through a guide on yellow gatherer scripts this time. I'm going to go through my entire daily route and an Eorzean daily route. Just to show you my gear here. Again, I have Ironworks, don't yell at me. They have one meld in them, and the level 70 HQ set is essentially the exact same thing. My left side has no melds, neither does my tool, and I just got this, so this has no bearing on how you do this. Maybe a couple percent success rate, and that's about it. So stats to aim for, I believe it is 645 GP and 675 GP are the important ones. So one way to reach that, if you're having trouble, is to buy Gemini here. There's a lot of cheaper food, but I just do this one. So this will push you over the 675 range, hopefully. If not, just throw a couple CP in there, or GP in there. And the reason you want to do that is because on a couple of these nodes, you will get an extra gathering attempt with it. So first thing I want to show you is how to track everything. We're going to be using the wonderful Garland tools again. Just the absolute best site you've ever seen. You want to go through the Bell version this time, if you see at the top. So if you go just this URL here. And you want to have ephemeral unclicked, you want to have unspoiled and legendary clicked, and you can click off one of these two if you don't have them both. So the way I do it is I click on one here that I know is a yellow script, and I click on favorites and add it to my favorites, and that puts all the ones I want to gather right up at the top here. And you can see on my sheet here on the script section, at the very top, these are all the ones that you can turn into yellow scripts. Also, you can just do that in game too. So if you just hit Control U in game and go to Rowan's House of Splendors, you can see them all right here, the top 5. So the yellow ones are the ones you want to go for. So it is 10 Eorzean time right now, so we go to our trusty Garland tools. We find 10 a.m., 10 p.m. right here in the peaks. So let's head over to the peaks. It's also mining in slot 6. So let's go to the peaks. So there's generally an hour at 4 a.m., p.m. and 6 a.m., p.m. There's 2 an hour, which is just fantastic. So if you're being selective and you only want to do a certain time of day and you don't want to do this for a full hours an hour, then you should really just do 4 and 6 p.m. because those are by far the best. You're also going to need your trusty cordials. So we are at the Chromite now. It's right in this area at the bottom here. We want to interact with it. Keep your glove on. It's in slot 6, so do a reveal hit. And this is the exact same rotation for every single node I do. I don't know if it's the best, actually, but it's just what I use, and it's the most fun. So Discerning Eye, Impulsive Appraisal. No proc, so Discerning Eye, Impulsive Appraisal. No proc, so Discerning Eye, Methodical. And then we should get 2 gathers from this. You obtain nothing. Nice. So we are now at the next 2 hour range is 12 o'clock. Make sure you have your clock on the right, top right on the Eorzean time. So we'll switch back over here to the... So at 12 o'clock here we have Rhea, which is in the Asm Steppes. And you can see at the top here, we find the Asm Steppes, and it's got a circle around this one, I think. So that means it's next, I'm guessing. I actually just noticed that now, but... so we'll head over to the Asm sets, we'll switch to Botany, we'll pop a Cordial, and I will see you when it's ready. So we are back in Asm Steppes. We are right at the top here. We have our Truth of the Forest on. We popped a Cordial just to make sure we had enough GP. And we are right on it. Nice. You can tell I've done this a couple times. So as it says, it is slot 4. We have our Collector's Glove on, reveal hit, and then 1 Impulsive Appraisal. No proc, so Discerning Eye, Impulsive again. No proc again, so Discerning Eye, Methodical. And of course, if you have better gear than me, you will have a higher chance of gathering, and you'll have a higher collection rate too. But I don't bother because it really doesn't matter too much. So that was 12 o'clock, and we check back onto our thing, and we are at 2 a.m. p.m. on Asm Steppes as well, and we can see it lights up right here, so that means that one's coming next, and we'll head over there, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, we are back in Asm Steppes. We're going for Othardian Plum, which is in slot 2. Right here on the map. You should always use stealth when you go in, by the way, just in case. You never know who drags something to this. Exactly the same as usual. I actually do not have +1 gathering attempts because I forgot to use my food, and this shows you the importance of using your food, because 1 extra script per node is just amazing. So we procced finally, so we just single mined, and then methodical appraisal since we're on our last attempt. And I could have 1 more plum out of this. So I'm going to use my food now just so I don't forget it. We'll use our Gamini. And the next step is 4 o'clock, and we can either go to the Locks or Yangtze, and I go to Yangtze because it is cheaper from here. So I will be right back with the next set. So we're now getting into the hours where there are 2 per 2-hour period. So remember, it's really important to use your cordials here, and use them right away, otherwise you might end up running out of time. So the first one we go to is in Yangtze. It is at 4 a.m. Yorzian time, and it is for Palladium ore in slot 6. And it spawns right on one of these little pillars here, usually this one, I think. Oh, we have to put on our Truth of the Mountains, of course. And where is it? Usually spawns at about 4:03. Sometimes it makes you wait. And way over here. So again, exact same rotation every single time. Nothing changes. If you have a better rotation, let me know, but I just love using this one. It's just... There we go. We got our +1 gathering attempt, so it's 670 on this one. Ooh, almost hit it. We need Collector's Glove one. So Discerning Eye, Impulsive, no proc, Discerning Eye, Impulsive, no proc, Discerning Eye, Methodical. And we grab our 3 ores? 2 ores. 3 ores. And now we want to use a cordial right as we get off this thing here, pop on a botanist, and fly over to the Locks on a Port Praetoria. And we're going for Jamel, Ginger, which is in slot 3. Generally, if it's ever a log or an ore, it's in slot 6. So that's one thing to keep in mind to try to make it so you don't have to look every 3 seconds. And we'll have to wait a little second here because you can't start without 600 GP. If you have 650 GP or 700 GP even, you can use Field Mastery to try to boost your rate up so you don't get any misses, but I just don't bother doing that. It's too much effort. And it should be right over here. Oops, I popped my truth. And get to it, pop your stealth, just in case, and we sit and wait. So it's really important here to have both botany and mining. If you only have one, I'd really consider just power leveling another, because you get double the scripts with only one. With 2 of them, I mean. And that just adds so much. So we go into here, we're now at our 600, we pop our thing, it's in slot number 3. And exactly the same, Discerning Eye, Impulsive. No proc, Discerning Eye, Impulsive, and Discerning Eye, Methodical. And we get a few hits. And the best part about this 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. time is the next one is in this zone right beside it. So it's literally right here. So now all we have to do is wait until 6 a.m. or PM, depending on what rotation you're on, and then get it there and head right back to Yangtze. So I will be right back again. I'll pop a cordial in about 80 seconds here. So we're going into 6 o'clock here, and we are going for Torea Log, and it's a log, so logs are always slot 6, I believe. And we can see it right there on the map, so we'll head back in. I popped a cordial as well, so I'm now at 600 GP. And there it is. Pop your stealth as you get down, just in case. And we got our +1 gathering attempt, 670 on this one, which is amazing. Same rotation. No procs, so we just collect our 3, I think, or miss. And then we switch over to mining as usual and go to, where is it here? Yangxia in the House of the Fierce. And also, this is one, depending on your server, you may want to skip the script and just mine it yourself with King's Yield 2, because it's worth a decent amount on my server. Sometimes they go up to about 10k each. But this is a script video, so we're gonna use the scripts. And this one is right northeast here, around this pillar somewhere. So I will be right back when I have enough GP here to pop it. So we have enough GP here. Again, exact same rotation we've always done. This one is in slot 6 as well. Don't forget your glove. Same rotation, discerning, impulsive. No proc, discerning, impulsive. I have a 42% on this this node for discerning a proc, by the way, with my gear. If I could click on that. So we got ours here, and now let's check where we're going next. So it is 6 o'clock now, so let's head to Rhodonite, and I think that's the last one before our full rotation. So let's head back to the peaks here. Ooh, we have one more attempt on that too, actually. So I'll head over to the peaks and I'll be right back. So we're at our final location here, right about here on the map. We're just waiting on our cordial. And this one is nice too, because the 10 o'clock location is also in this area. This one is in slot 7. We are going for raw Rhodonite. Exact same rotation as always. Have I proc discerning eye once this whole video? There we go, thank you. So we single mine, methodical. And you always want a methodical as your 20 to 30 wear thing, just because there's no reason to, and I miss. There's no reason to use impulsive to try to get a proc, because you don't have another chance to use the proc. Perfect, there we go. A full Eorzean hour of how to do Gatherer's Script. We'll head over to Ralgar's Reach and give a little summary of what I got in that hour with about 4 or 5 misses I think I got. I'm not sure. I forgot you'll also need some molybdenum and some Zelkova to turn in these script items as well. They're both in the locks. The molybdenum is right about here, and the Zelkova is right about here, and the rotation's the exact same. I try to find one with +1 gathering attempts, and just do the usual thing, the discerning, impulsive. And unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the fishing version, so I can't tell you where to fish the fishing one, but I can look it up if you are really, really curious and you can't figure it out. Did I screw up? I probably screwed up there. I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, we did it. So you need these to turn in alongside your scripts, so we have enough for 3 items now, because it's just 1 per item. I don't know why they make you do this, but oh well. So back to the Ralgar's Reach for real this time. So yeah, we got about 665 scripts in that hour of Eorzean time. Just a fantastic way to farm scripts. You'll get half of that if you don't have your second crafting to 70. So there is that. As for whether or not you should do this, you should 100% do this for the tools, and you probably shouldn't do this for the gear. I'm going to do it for the gear because I like the glamour, I like having it, that sort of thing. But as of now, the level 70 HQ gear is better with a little couple of melds in it. Not even expensive melds, just a couple. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Do what you feel like doing. Like I said, I'm going to do it because I kind of enjoy it, and I really want the sets to have anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can contact me through the comments below. Or also, I have added in the description Discord, which is really important. You can ask me any questions. I'll get back to you almost right away, assuming I'm not sleeping. There is also Facebook I added, which I'm not so good with. I'm not sure I like the Facebook part of things. I added Twitter, which I'm enjoying, and I added Instagram, which I am also really enjoying. especially since it's so good for the other things I do, like my anime figures and everything like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the likes, comments, subscribes. Have a great day. See you next time.